Welcome back to the basement. Ciro, welcome to you, sir.
Good morning.
It is a good morning indeed.
Yes.
I'm liking the fact that we have beefed it up this morning. Loved all of the Chevys that you brought in, but the Trailblazer, that is my favorite. Take me through what you have got for us today, sir.
Well, I'm not surprised you like this, Graham, because it's rugged and adventurous. Like someone else I know. But I was worried it wasn't actually going to fit in our garage this morning. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. It's the biggest car Chevy makes, obviously. Besides, if you count the Isuzu KB, but that's obviously an Isuzu. Now, some people think they actually share a couple of components, and they definitely do. But these have their own engines, and in a very tight segment with the Toyota Fortuner, Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, and Nissan Pathfinder. This 500 Newton meters, which is a lot, from a 2.8-litre four-cylinder turbo diesel.
And the fact that you say it's a favorite shows you how far the GM brand has come, because it's competing against some icons in that segment.
It really is. So I want to take you through a couple of things, and I'm going to have to take you over to that wheel.
This gigantic wheel.
Yeah, so these 18-inch wheels are standard on this model because it's the LTZ model. It's the fancy pants model. But interestingly, this car was tested against its rivals, and it had the most wheel articulation of anything in its segment. Now, to explain that, basically what it means is as you're 4x4ing and the car is rocking and going over uneven surfaces, this wheel will travel the most to hit the ground to maintain traction.
So having this wonderful wheel arch here doesn't mean you must drop the suspension, you know? Okay, it's there for a reason. That is very, very cool.
Yeah, and then inside, I'll show you a couple of things inside that they've added.
I'm going to hop into the drivers.
So what's quite nice is standard across the range, and we've seen it a few times now because we've been doing Chevrolet for a while, obviously, but standard across the range is this MyLink system. Now, the MyLink system, I think, is very, very cool. Touchscreen infotainment system that you're finding across most of Chevys, and it is standard in every Trailblazer. So even if you buy the sort of more affordable budget one, you still get this infotainment screen.
I love it. So comfort and sturdiness. I like the feeling in the seat as well. Not too many frills inside, which is what you want in a 4x4. You want it to be workmanlike. But I love the way that everything is centralized here with the dial.
But you've got automatic climate control, and you've got steering wheel controls there as well, which is really cool. Cruise control. But something that mystifies me is it has the smallest dials I've ever seen.
I'm looking, I'm thinking, okay, maybe they've left something out here. I see what you mean.
We've got the biggest car, but these little stopwatch dials are very, very strange.
But all in all, I must say, I really do like the styling inside. You feel like you're in a tank.
Yeah, cool, you do feel like you're in a tank. A leather-seated tank, obviously.
Yeah,
let me show you the
seats.
seats.
Just enough luxury.
Okay, cool. So this is where it starts getting really cool, I think. So if you could help me out, Graham.
I can, sir.
Just flip this middle row of seats down. It's just one handle there. There you go. Pop that back into place.
Booyah.
And now, and I think they've done a really good job with this, they've got what's called tumble flat seats. So if you just grab that little loop there and pull, look at that. Two leather seats just fold up into position. And what's really cool is they haven't just forgotten about these passengers. These passengers get aircon, they get a cup holder as well at the back there, and they get airbags which come out of the ceiling. Yeah, and then of course when the seats are flat, you've got totally flat load space, and then one of those roller thingies to cover all your valuables, which fits in there. So I suppose you want to know how much this thing costs.
Yes, I do indeed, sir.
All right. So, as I mentioned, this is the fancy pants model. It is the 2.8 4x4 LTZ, and this goes for about 526,000 Rand. But you can get into the Trailblazer range for just over 400,000 Rand. And
it looks like it really does offer a complete package. But I like the fact that it also performs as a 4x4. It's not just all about show. It offers the kind of performance that matches this beefy look. Exactly. Would you buy one?
You know what? This is a bit tough for me because I think living in Cape Town, a bit too big of a vehicle. But and you know what? I'm not really an off-road adventurer, so not really my kind of car. But if I was looking in this sort of segment, it's hard to ignore that this is the most powerful car in the segment.
Beast. And on America's roads, it will probably still be small, but here in South Africa, we love the fact that it's got to meet. Ciro, thank you so much. Sir, where can people catch you? Where can they continue the conversation?
Twitter, @CiroDS.
Well, that's where we will find you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to go spend a bit of time in this car, just see if it is the rugged beast for me.
16-inch alloys, colour accents, and Chevrolet's MyLink system. The limited edition Sonic. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
That's a good looking car. I think I deserve one of those.
You deserve it?
I actually think I deserve a 4x4 like that.
I don't think you deserve it.
You know what's cool about it though? Is that you can actually change the 4x4 settings from inside the car on the console. You don't have to step out.
So you mean on the dash instead of having the second gear lever?
Exactly. Or you don't physically.
See, that's why I deserve it, because I actually know how to drive one.
Really not?
Yes.
Really not?
Still coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show.